Welcome back to Undertale Beyond the Mountain. Today's episode is going to be gorgeous.
Chapter 74, The Divorced Couple. Toriel and asgore are known to be a separated couple, never to talk to each other again. Asgore is desperate to speak to her, but every time he does, she shoots him away. Toriel really doesn't like him. Why? Because years ago, when the humans killed Chara, asgore decided to kill all humans that enter the underground. Toriel hated that idea. This caused her to divorce the king. Everything changed when Frisk arrived. One day, asgore and Asriel were in the garden. Asriel was asked to pick flowers and give to Toriel. The little prince did what he was told. He went to the ruins to give the flowers to his mom. Toriel kindly takes them and thanks her son. Later that night, Toriel tucked him in bed. After that, she approached the flowers and threw them in the garbage. Meanwhile, asgore went to sleep, dreaming about Toriel accepting his apology only to kill him afterwards. Asgore started to get uncomfortable. What if his nightmare will come true? The next morning, Asriel just finished his breakfast and went to throw his empty plate away. As he threw it away, the trash had a floral scent. That's when he realized, the flowers he gave Mom were thrown away. Asriel decided to tell Dad about this. Chapter 75, Not Going Back Together. Asriel went to Asgore's house. He told Dad the flowers ended up in the garbage. Asgore's day turned into sadness when he said that. He went downstairs to his garden. Asriel knew he needed some comfort, so he followed him. When he got down there, he saw Dad in a terrible state. He tried everything to make him smile. How about a song, Dad? He suggested. Asgore didn't want to sing. Asriel suggested a childhood game. Man or woman? He asked. Asgore didn't answer. Man, okay. Toby Fox. Asriel answered. Then, Asgore walked away from him. Will you listen to me? I got to tell you something, Dad. Asriel said. Why bother? I'm probably too stupid to know anyone here, right? Asgore said, grumpily. It's true that Asgore wants to be fully left alone. So Asriel left. Meanwhile, Toriel and Sans were on another date. Everything was going okay until Sans mentioned asgore. Toriel completely roasted asgore, even if he wasn't in the room. Asgore is the worst husband I can ever have. I'm glad I have separated. I just don't trust that guy anymore. Besides, he is so clumsy, she roasted. One way or another, you will have the courage to speak to him. Sans said. Toriel ignored his advice. Chapter 76, Some Company. Asgore felt hopeless and alone. He believed that nobody loved him. Despite being a king, he felt like such a coward who does nothing but sip tea and gardens. It wasn't long when he found some company. It was Muffet. She decided to have a cup of tea with him. Asgore felt a little better. Finally someone wanted to drink tea with him. Asgore and Muffet drank tea together. The king told Muffet about his problem. Don't you worry, dearie. The queen will return to you someday. Just don't rush it, okay? Muffet said. Toriel returns to her home after the date. She then tucks Asriel to bed again. As she went to read her book, she noticed something unfamiliar on the shelf. She saw an old picture of her and Asgore together. Toriel started to tear up. Then, her childhood and her marriage flashed before her eyes. A memory started to play as she remembers taking care of Asriel and Chara as her husband helped her. The memory also played her wedding day, leaving Toriel in tears as the memory finished.
It was a very long time ago. You and I had our marriage. We had raised a child, in fact, 2 children. Then you decided to leave me. After everything turned dark, everything wasn't the same. Why did you leave me, Toriel? I haven't done anything to you. Please, will you accept my apology? I am so sorry for what I've done. It totally was my fault. I don't understand why you will never see me again. If only you still love me, I will be happy. We can view the underground. We could take over together. It will be the same way. Just please accept my apology.
Chapter 77, Back Together. As King Asgore finished his gardening for the day, he sipped on a cup of tea before he went to bed. He heard a knock on the door. Asgore hoped it was Muffet. But instead, it was Toriel. Asgore was shocked to see her. Toriel? What are you doing here? He asked. Toriel has decided to apologize to him. Asgore. I have been so abusive to you. All those years I have been mean to you ever since Charo left. I'm sorry for everything I've done. I was the one who threw your flowers away. I don't want to be alone anymore. Please can we be back together? Toriel pleaded. Asgore sheds happy tears. Of course he will forgive her. The royal couple hugged and kissed each other.
Well, isn't that nice? Well, I'm sure this is a good episode to start your morning off with. Hope you enjoyed that little musical number I did. Well, so long for tomorrow.